Hi, and welcome to Digital Diva Chat. I am your host, Thea Hammond. Digital Divas is a set of programs made possible by Eastern Michigan University, and this program, Diva Chats, is supported by the Game Above. It is with their support and support of our corporate partners that we're able to offer STEM learning for middle and high school girls in STEM at EMU. I want to sincerely thank AT&T, ITC Holdings, DTE Energy Foundation, Comcast, and the AAUW of Ann Arbor. Because of our sponsors, the Digital Diva program has always been free. Digital Divas strives to build a culture where girls and women feel like they belong in their STEM majors and careers. Digital Divas, along with our corporate sponsors, does this by offering middle and high school girls an introduction to STEM careers through hands-on engagements with STEM, encouragement, support, and role modeling. And I would like to welcome one of our role models today, Christina Marsh. Hi, Christina.
Hello.
Welcome to Diva Chat. So tell me about yourself.
So my name is Christina Marsh. I'm a current junior in the interior design program here at EMU. I'll be going into my senior year next year. So this is my 5th year of college. I'm 22 years old. I first got my associates in arts at a community college before transferring to EMU. And I'm really enjoying my time here.
That's great. Well, so glad to have you. So tell me, why did you choose interior design?
So I chose interior design. I've always been a very creative person, so I wanted to choose a career where I can have an outlet to do that, but also help people around me. I also really love being a problem solver, and with interior design, you have countless opportunities to do that. So it really makes me happy, and I love that it makes other people happy with the results that I can create.
That's awesome. So how did you know and why did you choose EMU?
So I chose EMU, one, because a lot of my credits transferred from the community college I went to. That was a huge bonus. Not a lot of colleges will accept those credits, and EMU was wonderful, and they took so many of them that I wasn't having to retake any of my courses that I'd already taken. They also have so many financial aid opportunities. I was offered multiple scholarships upon application, and I felt very supported, and I loved the smaller class sizes in the interior design program. We have probably around 20 students in our classes, and it's great to get a lot of one-on-one interaction with your professors as well as other students in your class, so you get to know really well.
Wow, that's great. Tell me about your classes.
So we have pre-designed classes. So I got all my general education credits out of the way before I went into the interior design program. So the interior design program classes usually includes one studio every semester, and that studio class is going to be a really hands-on, nitty-gritty kind of class. So usually in that time, we'll have hands-on things like building models. It might be hand drafting, it might be hand rendering. It might be doing a large model on the computer using SketchUp and AutoCAD and using Photoshop. And usually at the end of the semester, you have one big project that you can present for your portfolio. Some other classes are history classes, kind of teach you how interior design came about. That also teaches you different styles. There's also a codes class. We learn about sustainable design, multiple classes. And we also have a lighting design class. So it's a very well-rounded program where you're going to learn all the ins and outs of interior design. It's wonderful.
It sounds like it's a nice mix of a little bit of everything. Like you have a little technology in there, you have a little art, you have a little history. You're getting a well-rounded education.
Yes, very much so. And the teachers are so hands-on. It's wonderful. You can build those relationships with your teachers. You'll find you have a lot of repeat teachers too, that they remember you and they work with you, and they will offer you classes out, or not classes, but communication outside of the class to work with you. And everybody has the same classes, so you end up having each class with the same people, and you get a wonderful community of people that love and support each other. It's like a family as in each class. It's great. I love it.
And I know you brought pictures today to show us of your colleagues in the program.
Yes.
You want to share those with us?
Absolutely. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Alrighty. All right, so we have a lot of fun things that we do both in class and out of class. There's some times where you have some nice breaks in between class. And since you build such a great relationship with these people, you definitely become friends. So sometimes we'll go out and we'll have donuts, and maybe we'll go out for coffee or drinks or something in between classes and just chat and take a little break. In our program, we take a lot of field trips. It's wonderful. So not only are we in the classroom, but we're also getting outside of the classroom and meeting real professionals that can give us tips and advice and kind of explain what they do, because there's so many different avenues in interior design that you can do. So you can do, lighting design if you wanted to. You could do commercial office design. You could do hospital design or residential design. So these field trips are wonderful in exploring, like, what part of design do I want to go into? So it's a great way to do that. And they also bring in a lot of guest speakers. So these guest speakers will come in and kind of explain what they do, what they like about their jobs, what they don't like, and what all just does their job entail. And it's wonderful for us because, well, you don't go in there knowing exactly what you want to do. And when doing that, we get to explore that. So this is another field trip we got to take. And this is for actually one of our studio classes. So this is across the river from Eastern Michigan University. And we got to see a building that we would be designing. So it was actually just an empty shell of a building. We got to choose what was going to go inside of it and what it was going to be, and how it was going to look. And it was super fun to be able to see, like, hey, this is a real building and I'm going to make it look like this. And then mostly we have a great time with each other. Our professors love us so much. They care about us so much. And we all support each other and grow together. It's such a great atmosphere to learn.
That's awesome. I love how you guys get that hands-on experience, not only in the classroom with projects, but you're actually going into the field and really applying what you learned. For real. So that speaks, that is so powerful. So I would imagine graduates of the interior design environments program leave with just ready to hit the ground running.
Absolutely. It's been wonderful. We have to do an internship before we graduate, and going and see how a real professional work in the field is cool to see, like, I know how to do that. I can do that right now. So our program does a wonderful job of really making us ready to go right into the field.
That's great. So let's take a minute and show us your portfolio that you put together while you're a student in the program.
Absolutely. So in your junior year, you make yourself a website. And in this website, I have bunch of different projects that I've worked on. So here you can see this is a wonderful 3D virtual, not a video, but just a scene where you can see one of my projects that I've worked on and kind of explore the space as if you're in the space.
That's really beautiful.
Thank you. And it's wonderful. They have virtual reality viewers, and they bring them into the classroom, so you can look around as if you are in that space. And it's so cool to see your design come to life. And then also on here, I have a couple other projects that I have created. So here on here, you can see our hand drafting was our first thing we did. And then we also did some hand renderings where you color with colored pencils and markers. So very hands-on. We do a lot of work with Photoshop. But I'm going to show you guys my top 2 favorite projects. So this one is actually the building I was talking about that was just a shell, and we got to design what went inside that building. For this, I used a couple different softwares. I used AutoCAD, I used SketchUp, and I used Photoshop. So all of these, I was able to create professional documents that I could, present to a client right now with dimensions and elevations and details. And it was wonderful that we got all these softwares from our program. And I can kind of skip ahead here for you guys. So one thing I love about our professors, a lot of them have experience in architecture. So we get a little bit more detail and nitty-gritty into our designs, more so than maybe other programs might. And that also helps create us to be more well-rounded as well. So, and here's a couple renderings that I did with the project. And it was really fun. This is for a Sherwin-Williams competition, actually. So we got to explore with color and how color is going to affect us and how we work in that space. So here I would kind of mess with that in the colors that are calming and soothing, but also little pops of orange and gold in there.
Beautiful.
Thank you. And then another project that I'm really proud of is one that you guys saw in the 3D virtual reality rendering. So this, I used AutoCAD, CET Designer, and Photoshop. So it kind of goes through the process. This is, again, is one of our studio projects. So something we start at the very beginning of the semester, and we work on this project through the whole semester to be able to provide the ending document at the end. So again, we do a lot of renderings. Different programs work differently, and it's super fun to learn all of them because each one's going to be just a little bit different and provides a different experience with the customers as well. So, and in this project, we also got to do lots of lighting. So that was incorporated into our lighting class, which is really fun.
Really beautiful. You do really, really beautiful work. So
thank you.
This is so impressive, and you're not even a senior yet. So where do you see yourself working in 5 years? What kind of job do you want, and where would you want to live?
So in 5 years, I could see myself working with a commercial firm. I really enjoy doing office design, but also educational design, like the last couple of projects we worked on. Like I said before, I love problem solving. It's my favorite. I love the puzzle of putting things where they're supposed to go in a way that's functional and useful and ADA friendly to make it accessible for people with disabilities. So I see myself working at a firm that's very progressive in its thinking and where I can apply all those skills. So, and that most likely that's going to be in a bigger city in Michigan, someplace where commercial work is a little more desired.
Awesome. Sounds great. I love that you want to stay here in Michigan. Yay. So before we leave today, can you give a few words of advice to our viewers?
Absolutely. So my first piece of advice is pick a career that will make you happy. You want to do something that you're going to love for the rest of your life. And I highly encourage always test out things before you do them. So maybe go, if you're thinking about going into interior design, go shadow at a couple interior design places, learn what they do, really dig into it to see, make sure this is something you're going to love, or any other career that you want to go into. Dip your toes in the water, go take some general education classes that are going to be what you're thinking about going into. It doesn't make sense to spend all that time and money in something you're not going to enjoy for the rest of your life. Another one would be everybody goes at their own pace. I went to a community college before transferring to EMU, so I have classmates who are a couple years younger than me. I have people I graduated with high school with that I graduated years ago already. So everybody goes at their own pace, and it's okay wherever you are. And another one is yes, your grades matter. It was amazing how many scholarship opportunities I got at EMU just because of my grades. It's a wonderful opportunity. Another one is to get involved. I was involved with Phi Theta Kappa, American Honors, and I'm now involved in a couple other organizations at EMU. And it's amazing how much community you'll get from that, and also how many financial aid opportunities you'll get from them, as well as community. You just really need that community to support you. And don't be afraid to ask questions. Most people are also just as confused as you are if you have a
Mhm.
question. It also helps to build those connections with your teachers and your fellow students that can really benefit you in the future. And my last one is interior design is not an easy career. You go into it thinking it's going to be just picking out finishes and colors and furniture, but it's very tedious and technical. So if you really like being online and working with that software, and you enjoy spending time picking things, interior design might be the right thing for you. So I encourage you, again, explore your options, test things out before you go into it, and find a career that you just love so much that you can't wait to do it.
Thank you so much, Christina. You gave us a whole insight of what interior design is all about, and I'm just so impressed with the program and how much you guys are doing. So good luck to you and congratulations on your success so far. Thank you for joining us today. Have a good day.